Boom! What's going on? We are now live and direct. Welcome back to another episode. This is the 77th episode of your favorite nerdy podcast where we talk about everything pop culture, but especially comic books, movies, and anime. And that being Comic X
Weeb! Ha! Ha! Ha!
I'm your co-host, James, a.k.a. Comics for Cheap, a.k.a. hashtag send it to James, a.k.a. near mint as fuck. And I got my co-host here with me.
It's your boy, Chris, a.k.a. Come on, Dino. Hit me with a little music, brother. Black Santa, a.k.a. Kyrie. Come on. You could have been a Laker. You could have been a Laker. Kyrie. Is it just LeBron?
Probably.
AKA super cold.
Yeah.
For what? Water. Sponsored by nobody, because we still don't got no sponsors. Seriously, Manscaped is still cold enough for you to come at us so we can really sponsor your stuff. What's going on, man? I know y'all coming soon, but come on now.
That's right. But yeah, thanks for everyone joining in. Hit that like buttons, subscribe, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us either live or on the replay. We just chilling, talk about a little bit of everything in relation to our neck of the world of comic books, movies, and anime. And we usually kick it off with a little bit of sports. So we're kicking it off with some sports because we got the big game coming up this weekend. The big old Super Bowl. And we got the Chiefs.
Yep.
We got the Eagles.
You picked to be there. You picked them to be there too.
I did pick. I picked one of them. Yeah, I picked Chiefs to be there for sure. I was wrong about the other side. Way wrong about the other side, but that's okay.
Okay, man. Chiefs got there.
This shit should be a pretty good game. What do you think, Chris?
I think it should be, man. It blows my mind that Patrick Mahomes, a Super Bowl champion, a MVP, one of the best MVP years, and honestly, hands down, the best player in the NFL, is an underdog. An underdog against
too, yeah.
And it's so crazy when you look at their stats. They have like identical in so many things. I think they have like the same amount of Pro Bowls. They obviously had like the same record overall. Like everything was so similar. And yet Patrick Mahomes is an underdog. Now he is hurt. He is banged up. And I also think Philly got extremely lucky because as great as it was to have the Giants there, the Giants is not that good of a team. So they had a pretty easy team to beat. And then when they went against the 49ers, they were literally going against the third string quarterback. He got hurt after going 4 for 4.
Bro, he's like hurt.
Yeah. And then they took out the fourth string. They took his butt out too. It was so bad that they would literally put Christian McCaffrey in as quarterback. It was that bad.
Bro, I was kind of hoping to see it though. I was like, man, if Christian McCaffrey leads this team to a victory as quarterback, though, there's no denying that he'd be just like the GOAT NFL player. Like, forget Tom Brady. Forget Peyton Manning. All right. We're talking. No, I'm just kidding. But it would have been pretty insane to see if McCaffrey was just like, all right, guess I'm doing it all myself then. Just one man showed the team the victory. But yeah, I feel really bad for Purdy because, goddamn, dude, like he won 7 straight. And now they're talking. At first, they were saying he's going to be out for the whole offseason. Now they're saying he's going to be out the whole next season, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got a tore UCL in his elbow.
Yeah.
And the hit didn't even look that crazy, which is the weird part about it all. Was just, he just kind of hit his wrist or hit his hand while he was throwing it. And now he's out for over a year. That's oof. It's tough.
That's the scary things about a lot of these injuries. You'll see the hit, and you're like, oh, all right, that's not too bad. And then come to find out, no, It was extremely bad. MRI says, no, dude, you're done. You're
Yeah,
done
yeah,
for a
all
period of
done.
time.
Which makes it even more crazy that he went back in to finish the game, playing
Yeah.
with the tour UCL. But yeah, I'm with you as far as because I was sitting there thinking, who do I think is going to win this Super Bowl? And it's like, and on paper, it seems like Philly should win it. Honestly,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. They're still
but
up great.
but there's Patrick Mahomes, so
Yep.
you never know what he's going to do. So I think it'll be a good game. It's going to be close. I will be listening in the car because I have a show this weekend that I have to do, and I didn't realize that it was on Super Bowl weekend, so I'm a little salty about it. But that's okay. Gotta work. Gotta make my money, and so I'll be driving back from Virginia, and listening to it in the car. So that's what I'll be doing.
Right. Right.
But I'm rooting for Mahomes still. But I think the Eagles are going to win.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Mahomes too, but I'm with you on that. The Eagles are really set up to win. They're really set up. And I will say this: I've loved everything that Jalen Hurts has been saying. Like even after they won the game against the 49ers, and they was like, "Man, you don't seem that happy." He's like, "Because we haven't won the big one yet."
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's good that we won this game. That's awesome. But you're not going to see me
Right.
celebrate anything. There's nothing to celebrate. There's still a bigger job to be done. So, no, I'm not going to be celebrating.
What did they ask? Was it Nick Sirianni? Is that what it was? So they asked him if he thinks the Super Bowl is like a must-win game. Bro, the press is so stupid.
They are. They are. I'm like,
they really asked this man, "Do you think this is a must-win game?" And he was just like, "Yeah."
What? Duh. It's the Super Bowl. It's the championship. Every championship game is a must-win.
Oh shit! And then they asked him, I guess, like one of those joke questions that they like to ask players and stuff. They were like, "Is there anyone on the team that you wouldn't let your daughter date or whatever?" And his response was, "My daughter is 5 years old."
I'm like, please do some research.
Oh,
dude.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's just the press being the press, dude. The press being stupid as hell. That shit was cracking me up, though. I was like, man, what? Like, could you ask this man any stupider questions? Like, come on, bro.
Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude, the press is something else, man. They really are some of the dumbest motherfuckers it seemed at times. Some of their questions really do just come across as like, what the hell? Seriously.
Right? It's just absolutely absurd.
But it should be a fun game.
Yes, it definitely should be. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good time. Everyone gets to eat all their nachos and burgers and ribs and whatever. Do you have like a particular Super Bowl food that you go to?
Honestly, I don't really have a specific one. I mean, it's just the same old snacks that I would eat for any game, honestly. It's nothing too special. Do you have something?
No, not really. I was just wondering if there was like a traditional whatever. I don't know. Sometimes we do like pizza, wings, but yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, that's what it's like with me. It's like, but it would be the same thing as if I was eating
anything
else. Like it wouldn't be. It's nothing like special for the Super Bowl or anything like that. Unfortunately, it's just the same old stuff that I would normally eat for any game.
Yeah, I think one year we tried to go all out a little bit with snacks and food. It's just expensive, dude. Like super like grocery stores. Well, now it's ridiculous. Grocery stores are expensive as hell, but they raise their price the week of Super Bowl anyway because apparently it's the number 2 eating holiday behind Thanksgiving in America, which I didn't know. But now, there you go, a fun little fact for you guys. Thanksgiving is like up here, and then Super Bowl is right there. So that's crazy. I never realized it though, but they do. They do raise their prices, of course, the week leading into Super Bowl Sunday. So it just gets pricey.
It is because hell, even Walmart considers the Super Bowl a like holiday. It's a special. It's one of those special event days. Like the Super Bowl weekend is looked at as a special event.
And so, there's isn't there like a state trying to make Super Bowl Monday an actual like work holiday so people don't have to go to work on the Monday following a Super
Are they
Bowl?
really doing that?
There is at least one state that's trying to push that, which is I think is really really funny.
That is
So
hilarious.
it'd be very interesting to see if they were able to push that through. It's like Super Bowl Monday. Well, how many people do you remember people would be calling out all the time after the Super Bowl? Is that always the day after
Yep.
Halloween and the day after Super Bowl are like the two
Yep.
worst fucking call out days for
It
work?
is. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure
So
is.
I mean it makes sense, but you know, it's still annoying.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Oh goodness. All right, let's jump into some news. We have a couple different things to talk about. We have apparently they have optioned. And I was just looking at this earlier. They have option. Amazon has not option. They have actually like they've ordered a Tomb Raider TV series. Which I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know neither.
Because didn't Netflix just fail with like a video game based television show?
Did they? What game was it?
What
Do
was
you
it?
remember?
Yeah, was it Resident? It was Resident Evil, right?
Oh yes, Resident Evil. Yeah, that was
yeah.
That was terrible.
So now we're getting Tomb Raider from Amazon, and yeah, I don't know how to feel about it because yeah, I don't know. I think so HBO with The Last of Us, which has been getting nothing but super super positive praise.
Right.
I think that's like one of the very few video game to screen shows that is actually receiving positive reviews. Because I mean, if you think about it, The Witcher, really didn't get much because it went way off script.
Yeah.
If Henry Cavill wasn't in it, I don't think anyone would have talked about it ever, and I don't think they
He
will go
wasn't the only good thing about it. Yeah.
Right. Then we had the Resident Evil. Now we're getting Tomb Raider. Is there any other ones? I mean,
yeah, I can't really think.
Look at the movies. Street Fighter wasn't that great of a movie.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Mortal Kombat. The new one was fun to watch, but I wouldn't classify it as like a great movie.
No,
the previous one's definitely not. So yeah, video games.
The first Mortal Kombat movie was fun for what it was, and then obviously the second one was just garbage.
Right.
And, yeah.
And now we're getting this. And then of course we have the Mario one. The Mario, which I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping it's good.
I am too.
It seems to be a trend right now of just video game making either movies or TV content out of a video game. What's going to be next? NBA 2K? What, are they going to make an NBA season? Come on, what is this?
Yes. And the beef is going to be between Kyrie and LeBron James. Yeah.
So I saw you post something on Instagram about Kyrie. All right, so what exactly happened? Did he request to leave or what happened?
So
he wanted out.
He wanted out. He requested a trade. Brooklyn wanted to get rid of him, and they traded him to the Mavericks. He wanted to go to the Lakers. The Nets was not going to do a deal with the Lakers because one, they didn't want to send him where he wanted to go.
Of course.
And even the package that the Lakers offered was probably a little bit better than the package that the Nets got from Dallas in a way. But it was still something. Because the thing came down to all the stuff that Kyrie has done has made the Nets and Brooklyn just not like him. You know, the owner doesn't like him. You know, he did send out that very offensive tweet.
Yes.
And, you know, the owner of the team is Jewish, so, yeah, it didn't work well.
Yeah, it didn't land very well.
Yeah. So they've been wanting to get rid of him. They did not give him the max, and they was going to let it play out the season and then go from there. The thing is, though, Kyrie could have walked, just left them, and they got nothing. So by trading him was probably the best thing to do. That way you don't lose anything. My biggest issue is, and honestly, I've always been a Kyrie supporter. He's done some stupid stuff, but I like Kyrie as a player, and you know, but Kevin Durant was going to go to New York, the Knicks. He was going to the Knicks. Everything was set up. And then Kyrie convinced him to go to Brooklyn. Okay, so he goes to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden goes to Brooklyn. And when they was together, when all three guys played, they were damn near unbeatable. But Kyrie took time off randomly, just left and didn't tell anybody. Because that's what you can do at a job. Kyrie
Classic.
also did not want to get vaccinated.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then look at it like this. Andrew Wiggins didn't want to get vaccinated, but damn, he got vaccinated. And guess what? They won a championship that year. Awesome. So that made things even worse. And then it got so frustrated that James Harden started to hate Kyrie and was like, yo, trade me before I whoop this man's ass. And he got traded. He went out to Philly.
Whoop his ass.
He went out to Philly. And then you got everything that's going on. And now Kyrie just leaves Kevin Durant to hold that bag by himself in Brooklyn. Now, I will say, now, because the thing of like, that's supposed to be your boy. You're the only reason why he's in Brooklyn. Like, if it wasn't for Kyrie, he would have been a Knick. So it's like, cool. I feel like if it was me, I'm the reason you here. I'm not the man in the trade. I'm going to work this out and just deal with what I got to deal with. And then after the season's over, if they don't want to offer me anything, it's like, look, man, they don't want to offer me nothing. I got to go. But, you know, I would never leave you if it was up to me because you came here because of me. But he didn't even do that. He's like, nah, I got to go. I'm leaving, bro. I'm out. And he said it in the press conference today. He was like, Brooklyn didn't show him respect. And he felt extremely disrespected by the organization. And he had to get out of there. And he wants to go somewhere where he's respected. I'm like, bro, look at the stuff you did. Like, it wasn't like they just turned on you.
Right, yeah.
It's pretty messed up stuff. So they left and they traded you. But it's like, I just felt like it's kind of messed up to do your boy like that. But the one thing I want to say is Kevin Durant, he put this on himself in the sense of he signed a 4-year deal, which he shouldn't have. He should have waited. And and that deal kicks, I think it kicks in this year. So now he got like 3 or 4 years still left. And Brooklyn has all the power. Like, even if he demands another trade, they don't have to trade him. They have all the power. So he should have not signed that deal. He should have waited.
Yeah.
Now he's stuck. And it just kind of sucks.
You think Luka's going to want to leave now?
Ooh, that's where it gets weird because, like, Kyrie and Luka's game is not the most compatible because they're both ball dominant players. And you've heard other people who play with Luka bring up the fact that, you know, he dribbles a whole lot and he's so ball dominant that you have to extremely sacrifice to play with him. So Kyrie, is he going to be willing to do that? Because it's like, all right, when you have to sacrifice with, you know, Kevin Durant's Kevin Durant. Yeah, you sacrifice with that dude. He's a champion, multi-time champion, an MVP. Luka hasn't done anything yet. Luka's an awesome player, excellent player, averaging 30. He's a great player. But he hasn't won like some of these other guys did. You know, when he had to sacrifice with LeBron. LeBron was LeBron. So it's like, dude, he wants to sacrifice with Luka that way. If they can figure it out, they're maybe the 4th or best backcourt in the league. So they're pretty good. But I personally is not the biggest fan of this deal. And it's not even a Laker crap. It's the fact that I just don't think their games match that well.
Right.
And they gave up a lot of their defense to get Kyrie. So you lost your best defender in Finney Smith. And it's like, all right, good luck. So,
yeah, that is going to be interesting. And then speaking of the Lakers, I just have to bring this up because I seen it flying around. This clip went viral. I don't even know what team they were playing, but LeBron took the ball to the hoop on the last play, gets fouled, no foul called.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know what I witnessed.
It was against the Celtics, yep.
LeBron just had a meltdown.
Yeah.
Some other player grabs the camera. This shit is the part that had me laughing the hardest. Okay, he grabs the camera out of this man's hand and brings it to the ref to show him the foul on the replay.
I think that was Patrick Beverly.
Gets the technical. Oh my god! When I seen that, I was like, I have never seen some shit like this before in my life. made it seem like it was like a championship game. Like this was it. Like I was like, wait, what? Are the finals up already? I was like, what is happening right now? That this is the reaction of a no call, like one no call. I was losing my mind, bro. This shit was so fucking funny. But I will say, I'll let you go ahead and explain the situation because I know you watched the game and everything. But I will say, LeBron 10 years ago would have two-hand dunked that shit. It would not have been a layup, and there would not have been any dispute or anything. So I don't know. Go ahead, explain what happened though, please.
So LeBron went in, and it was basically to end the game. So if LeBron gets in, he gets fouled, and he was fouled. Jason Tatum fouled him. There was no question.
Oh, for sure. The foul, is not the dispute. Now, I saw the foul,
The next day, the referees came on and said, we blew the call. Whoop-de-doo, because that doesn't help anything. But, okay. Thanks for telling us that. Like, honestly, that means nothing. But, okay.
Right.
So LeBron gets fouled, and then he has one of the biggest meltdowns. I ain't never seen nobody do that. Definitely a star of LeBron's caliber freak out like that. Like, he went crazy. I mean, damn. I'm sitting there angry as hell because one, it's the Boston Celtics. So,
right.
But I'm sitting there. I'm furious, and all that furious and anger just gets to complete laughter when I'm watching LeBron just does what he do, and watching Patrick Beverly, the free throw was him, do that.
Rolling around on the floor, holding his head and shit. Like, bro, did you just lose someone close to you? It was the fucking craziest thing I've ever seen. This shit had me rolling, dude. I was fucking dying.
It was so funny. I could not believe that LeBron was doing that. And I was just like, I'm not even mad anymore. This is just funny. This is hilarious. Like, what the fuck? And we went on to lose that because LeBron could have at least had 2 free throws, which he should have at least had that. But no, we end up losing in overtime. And that was just what it was. I was like, okay, cool. Just sums up this season in the grand scheme of things. We freaking suck, and we're still under 500. But LeBron's going to break the record for Kareem. Whoop-de-doo. And we're still not going to make the fucking playoffs. Whoop-de-doo.
Someone on Facebook, I rarely go on Facebook, but I felt like trolling them because they posted it. They're like, I can't believe this no-call foul, blah, blah, blah. And I just put basically what I just said. I was like, 10 years ago, LeBron would have just dunked that, and foul wouldn't have mattered. And he was like, just going off. And I was like, imagine being one of the greatest players of all time and throwing that much of a temper tantrum over one foul. Yeah. I was like, I know I'm trying to make him a little mad, but I was just like, come on, man. Like, that's just ridiculous. And speaking of come on, man, or Shaqtin' a Fool, I'm sure that has to be on Shaqtin' a Fool. Like, there's no way it's not Shaquille O'Neal talking about that for the next coming couple days. Like, that shit was so fucking funny.
It was. And it does suck, though, because as great as LeBron is, it seems that he suffers from that, like, somewhat similar to what Cam suffers from, where you're so big and you're so strong, and we'll even just keep it in the NBA like Shaq too, in a way, where sometimes you can get beat up and abused, and no foul gets called because you're supposed to be so big and strong that they just like you're supposed to eat that, and it's not fair because that was a blatant foul. Like I still don't understand how they not even call it. It was a blatant foul. And it's like LeBron did not get that call, which is like, this is LeBron James. He's been the face of the league for how long now? And you're telling me he can't get that kind of call? And, just to give LeBron any benefit of the doubt, he's probably just upset. I mean, he did go overboard. He did. I ain't gonna lie. But he was upset. He's frustrated how this season has went. Like, LeBron
wants new acting skills to the test.
Yeah.
He's acting in so many movies. He thinks that it's actually happening on the court now, too.
Maybe he's trying to set up for Space Jam 3. I don't know.
Yeah, Space Jam 3, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it is crazy. So I think with something like that, in my personal opinion, if you're taking it to the hoop and there's a little bit of, obviously there's going to be contact, it's the NBA, but like hands-wise, maybe, like if you're going for the ball and you get like hand, I can see that going. But he didn't even reach the wrist. Like, he got full forearm.
Right.
as far as the foul goes. So that's where it's like, come on, bro. Like, because even when I'm at the gym, like I'm taller than everybody there. I know I'm gonna get hacked. I don't call anything unless you're like legitimately moving my elbow or something like that, or you're getting from me from behind. If you get me from behind, that's fucking foul. But I expect a foul, so I'm not going to call a foul. I feel like there is a little bit of that with like you said, like these huge like LeBron James is fucking massive. Like that dude is so giant. And so like there's going to be contact. There's going to be a little bit of here. That's fine. We can, depending on the ref or the game or whatever, you can let some of that slide. But a full like below the wrist, forearm, or elbow, that to me is a call every time.
Yeah, it is. It is, because that completely adjusted that man's layup in every sense of the form. Like, it was just unbelievable. And it's so funny because people's been getting on LeBron that he doesn't attack the rim like he used to. And then when he does it, his mind was straight up on doing that. It ended up happening like that. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, but LeBron did go a little boy with that damn anger. That was just like, what is he doing?
Crying on the floor. I thought he was going to like do a full stretch out, start like pounding the ground and kicking at the same time. I was waiting for the grocery store meltdown is what I was looking at. That's what I wanted to see. But there's still the best part was the dude. You said it was Beverly.
I think it was
taking the camera and showing the ref. Oh my god!
Yeah. Just gotta love it.
Technical foul. So with the technical foul, do they shoot like even after time's expired? So even after the end of the game,
it would. If it's going into overtime, they would just have the shot happen in overtime.
Oh, it's an overtime.
If it's not going into overtime, they would basically. I
was gonna say, because if it's tied and you get a technical after time expires, does the other team shoot and that's how it ends the game? Like if they make a free throw, like that's it?
Sometimes I've seen sometime in the past they have done that. I think they changed it where since it's going into overtime, they just flat out just had it happen then. But I have seen like if you messed up like that they'll have that shot happen right then and there, and that basically ends the game if he makes it.
Damn. Because that would have been even more ridiculous if that was the case.
Like everything just costs us the game.
But in the best possible way that he could have.
Definitely in one way, that's for sure. That's for sure.
In the most unique way. All right, so let's go ahead and move into some comic book news.
Yes.
We have James Gunn, the now Kevin Feige version, or DC's version of Kevin Feige. He has decided that he was going to make an announcement, kind of let us know what's going on in his mindset, his plan. He's putting together a master plan, allegedly, for DC that's going to span the next 10 years, I think is what he was talking about. Not this particular phase that we're about to talk about, but overall, he's got a plan for the coming 10 years. So should we go ahead and jump into that list?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So here is a quick look, and we'll talk about each project, about what to expect from James Gunn and his command of DC. So first we have Creature Commandos, which is going to be an animated series of military superhumans written by James Gunn himself. And he said characters could appear in both animated and live action projects. No other hints about it, just it's called Creature Commandos.
And he said the same voice actors will be on them too, right? The animated one's going to have the voice actors for their live action counterpart.
That I don't know. So
I believe
if that's
what.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be cool. It would make sense.
It would.
So Creature Commandos. All right, cool. So like, is that just like creatures of DC? We're gonna get like Killer Croc and Swamp Thing and I don't know. Other creatures of the night.
Some cheetah action. I don't know.
Cheetah.
Some cheetah action, bro.
Cheetah action.
Yeah.
Then we get Waller, which would be a spin-off series to the HBO show Peacemaker. It focuses on Viola Davis's head of government character who has been featured in other DC Comics films. So it's not really a Suicide Squad project. It's a project on Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting. I don't know.
It should be.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like her rise to power type of thing, like how she got to where she's at, or if it's going to be what she has to deal with now that she is where she's at, or I don't know. But hey, I like James Gunn's Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, so it should be interesting to see what we go from there. All right, then we have Superman Legacy, which will bring the classic superhero back with a new movie focused on his upbringing on Earth, as well as his heritage from the planet Krypton. And the film, which Gunn called The True Beginning of the DCU, will be released in July of 2025. So 2 years and some change.
Yeah.
For a brand new kickstart to the DCU with your favorite Superman.
Yep. Which is definitely interesting. I still want to see who he has cast as Superman.
Probably someone young.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why Henry Cavill ain't no more. So, and even Dave Bautista said he went to him about playing Bane. And after the conversation they had, he was like, yeah, he definitely wants to go young. He definitely wants to go young. So,
Dave Bautista as Bane? Oh, man. That would be pretty dope.
I think that would have been good. And I think that would have been good. But he really wants to go young. So,
okay.
It's just, I do wonder, like, okay.
I mean, especially if we're going all, well, obviously we're doing another origin because it's his upbringing on Earth.
Yeah.
So, as well as his heritage from planet Krypton is what it says. So obviously we're doing another full fucking reboot. This is not established Superman at all. We're doing Rise to Power Superman.
Yeah, it does. It definitely because I'm assuming if the movie comes out in 2025, they're gonna have to start, filming for it pretty soon. Yeah. So we should have an understanding of who's gonna be playing Superman, who's gonna be playing Lois, because she'll be in it. Who's gonna play, the kids. So I am excited to see where this goes. That's for sure.
Speaking of Superman and Rise to Power, I recently watched the animated Attack of the Super Sons. Bro, I love that. I just have to say, like, I really, really enjoyed that animated movie, the Super Sons. Damian was fucking hilarious. The more that I watch and read Damian, the more that I'm liking this. Like, at first, because I was like, man, this dude is annoying as shit. Like he really annoyed the hell out of me. But like the more that I watch shit with him and like read like stories that he's involved in, I'm like, dude, this kid is cracking me the fuck up. Like I cannot stop laughing when he's on screen or like on the page or whatever. So yeah, I really enjoyed the whole thing. John realizing his powers, finding out his dad is Superman, and then Starro basically takes over everybody, and so it's up to Damian and John to save the world, essentially. And it was pretty solid, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a good one.
Yeah, dude, Damian's dope. Like, he can come across extremely annoying. Definitely when you first start looking into him, like you said. But dude, Damian is actually really dope, and he has some really good character building and a lot of different stories and stuff. And man, if you ever another one, if you want to watch the I mean, it's pretty hardcore, but if you watch the anime, the Justice League Darkseid's War, that's a good one to watch, but it's hardcore as hell though.
Okay. Yeah.
You should definitely look into that. That's really dope. That one's really dope.
I need to check that one out for sure.
Yeah.
All right, moving on, we have Lanterns, which will be an HBO television series that focuses on Green Lantern heroes Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Gunn says that this series will tie into the bigger DCU story. All right.
Yeah.
Hal I'm not as excited about, but Jon Stewart, hell yeah.
Yeah, same.
Now we're talking.
I agree. Same. I mean, personally, I kind of wish it was just about Jon Stewart, but I fully understand keeping Hal Jordan because of who he is and his legacy and stuff, and that's fine. But hell, at least Jon Stewart is one of the main vocal points too, and that's just awesome. So I'm looking forward to that.
Maybe Hal dies, and then
Mm.
like right at the end, the death of Hal.
Maybe.
And then it's just John, and then we just got John, so it will be good. We have The Authority, which will be a big movie based on characters who want to fix the world by any means necessary. And Gunn has described it as a very different look at superheroes. So this was one of the ones that was announced, and I looked at it and I was like, I guess I just don't know too much of the DC universe to know what we're talking about here, but that one kind of went over my head. I'm going to be honest with you.
I mean, same here, actually. I'm not fully for sure what they're going with that.
Yeah. I was just like, okay. But people were talking about like that there's a comic called The Authority, I think. Mm-hmm. I was like, I have never read that, so I really don't know. There was another one where I was like, man, I ain't read that shit either. Right. Like not even just a random issue or heard them. So I was like, damn, I feel like I feel like a noob with some of these announcements. But we kind of knew that was going to happen with James Gunn. He likes to bring out some of the obscure characters and stuff like that too. So, but I'm just like, damn, I'm not used to being out of the loop on certain announcements. Usually, if there's an announcement, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. But this one, I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Right.
Vinyl Dragon says comics. I like the Bane outfit you're wearing tonight. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I had to bust that out real quick so I could be this stream's reckoning.
There you go. There you
go. Shit. Let's see what else we got. We got Paradise Lost, which will be a Game of Thrones style television series that is based around the all-female island. Should I go for it? Themyscira?
Yeah, Themyscira. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm not good at pronouncing the ancient stuff. But yeah, so Paradise. So we get a Game of Thrones style Wonder Woman Island thing. What did they? Does that mean that it's like the rise to power? Like there's going to be families killing each other type of thing?
I guess. I mean, it
makes brothers fucking sisters. Dragons flying around. What are we gonna get?
Right. Is it gonna be like a super young Wonder Woman? Is it just gonna be even before her time, or I don't know. But he did not mention Wonder Woman at all.
No. So there was a lot of people mad about
even gonna be in there. The story could mainly be about her mom, and like you said, her rise to power, how she even became like the head of it. But I'm not that excited about that one.
Not that excited. Okay. All right. Let's see what the next one. The next one is The Brave and the Bold, a new Batman movie that will feature Bruce Wayne and Damian Wayne, Batman's young killer son, as Robin. Oh, shit. A live action Damian?
Yeah. That one's pretty cool.
Just talking about Damian. So I don't know. But they're weird that they're calling it Brave and the Bold. But, yeah, I mean, I'd be down to see some, like a teenage Robin, teenage Damian Wayne just going ham on people.
It does make it very weird, though, to me that you're actually having Damian be here so soon. So we're not having that young of a Batman then?
Yeah, that is a good point. It's not only that. I mean, obviously now it also becomes Hippolyta is Wonder Woman's mom. Curious if comics can pronounce it. Yeah, no, I got Hippolyta. It's some of those like the Greek gods and like goddesses and just whatever. Because I know it's spelled like Hippolyta or whatever, but I know it's Hippolyta. But there's like that's why when I read Thor, I'm just like I don't know how to pronounce half this shit. Like, bro, what the fuck? Do I look like a goddamn historian? No. All right, so let's just quit with all the shenanigans. I'm just trying to read some comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, what we were saying. So I guess this throws out Robert Pattinson as Batman because obviously that was year one Batman. So he's too young to have a six. What or how old is Damien? I guess 13 or 14.
Yeah, Damon's
Kind of
up
when he gets him back from Roz. So yeah, and then we're skipping that whole storyline. That's a
yeah,
very important thing. So we got Raj and Talia, Al Ghul. So do they not want to get back into that? Do they not want to show the Lazarus Pit and all that crazy stuff that's going down? The
yeah.
death of Jason Todd, the birth of the Red Hood. I mean, well, I don't know.
And it's just
Yeah, there's
like
still
uh
Vinyl Dragon said there's still another Pattinson Batman coming out, but is that just going to be like Elseworld type DC
that's what they
movies?
said. That's going to be elsewhere. Yep, they said that's going to be elsewhere. So it has nothing to do
So
with the
Matt
actual.
Reeves' stuff has nothing to do because they doing like a Penguin spinoff? Weren't they talking about like a Arkham show at
Yeah,
some point or something?
that will have nothing to do with the actual main
Hmm,
timeline of the DCU,
that's
which is
crazy.
still weird because then we still have that same weird situation with why do we have two Batmans? That's just so weird.
Yeah.
And it's also one of those things where I just love how no one they just basically don't even bat an eye at what Talia did to Bruce. Where if Bruce did that to Talia, he would have been canceled. Like this dude would not be like everybody would have hated Batman for it. But this lady literally drugs this dude and sexually assaults him.
Mhm.
And then it's like, that's fine.
Yeah, it's
Imagine if Batman did somebody else. Like I just find that to be so like hypocritical.
yeah.
Just like what the hell, yeah.
Batman is just pumping a child into poison ivy.
Yeah. Just drugs her and does that to him, and this is it's all good. It's fine.
Bro, it's fine. I'm just
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
fine.
get some kind of magical kid going on
Yeah,
here. All
that's all
right.
right. Trying to get the
That's
best
all.
kid.
Yeah, just trying. Look, this is just for the genes, okay?
That's right. And, Batman. Yeah.
Then we have Booster Gold,
Yeah.
an HBO Max series about a loser from the future who comes back to save the day. You know what? I'm kind of excited about a Booster Gold show.
I am too.
I'm not gonna lie. If they do it right, if it's like it could legitimately be the funniest fucking thing that DC puts out. I mean that and Peacemaker. Peacemaker was pretty fucking funny. But if they do Booster Gold correct, like he's a pretty comical character, so I
Yeah.
think that they could do a good job with it. It would be amusing for sure. It's almost like I hate to make comparisons, but I mean like the way that he talks, he's almost like the DC Deadpool with the amount of jokes and just like he's not really well respected. He's just kind of there and like making these jokes and everything,
Right.
but low key he's insanely powerful.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to make that comparison, like the Deadpool and Booster Gold.
Right. Right. And I get what you
Booster
mean.
Gold's still better than Hypno Hustler. Yo,
Greatest
that
of all
shit's
time.
hilarious.
I'm still waiting for that movie to come out.
Yo, can't wait for
Man, I can't
Hypno
wait.
Hustler, son.
Oh my
All
god.
right, then we have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, a
Right.
new science fiction epic film that will focus on Supergirl, who grew up on a chunk of the planet Krypton and watched all the people around her die. She is a much more jaded character, says James Gunn. Yeah, she also gets capped like 50 times throughout the comics. So I don't know. Do you think she's gonna die here too? Sounds
Probably.
like we're leading up to a crisis event. We got
I
Booster
know. It
Gold, we
already
got
sounds like it.
Superman, we got Lanterns, and we got Supergirl. It's like, sounds like a crisis event that's forming here.
Yeah. It's already sounds like it's leading to that.
You excited about
That's gonna be
Supergirl?
interesting. That's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. So yeah, I have excitement for that just to see how that's done.
Did
And
CW do Supergirl?
the CW did do a Supergirl, yeah.
Yeah, I
She was
watched
part of the
literally
Arrowverse.
0 episodes of that, so I have no idea.
Yeah, she was part of the Arrowverse, and they were supposed to be part of that little Justice League they was gonna make, but you know how that all went down.
They were gonna have Justice League without Batman and Superman. That's
Yeah, I know, right?
fantastic.
I know
That
how. Yeah,
is amazing.
yeah,
I can't believe that was their end goal. That's fucking ridiculous.
it is.
All right, then we have Swamp Thing.
Mhm.
Here we go. Swamp Thing will be a very dark horror story that takes place outside of the rest of the DCU. but will feed into the rebooted DC Universe story. Oh shit. Okay.
Makes
Lionel
sense.
says Supergirl was actually a good show. I don't believe you.
I can't believe you.
Swamp Thing being a horror movie, that could be pretty dope.
Could be.
Or is it
Yeah.
a horror movie or is it a show? It just
Wait,
says a
what did they
very
say? Did
dark
they say it's
horror
a movie or
story.
is it a show?
It just right. The thing I'm reading here just says very dark horror story. So I don't know. Either way, that sounds.
It does
cool,
sound
though.
pretty cool, though.
Do we get Constantine out of Swamp Thing?
Maybe, but that
Weren't they
sounds
talking
really
about
cool.
rebooting Constantine?
Yeah, because we're supposed to have the second Constantine movie, right, with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I thought he was coming back. I thought they were talking about him. I feel like we discussed that on the show.
Yeah, we did. We did discuss that because when it was announced that they're working on a second movie, we talked about it.
Right. Yeah.
Which makes things
sure.
so weird.
Yeah.
Because if you do this movie, which is apparently being worked on, and you do this movie, I would not think that's going to be part of the main timeline, like part of the DCU. And if it's not, then that means you're going to have another Constantine. Like, all that's just so weird.
Apparently, James Gunn also did mention that the Batman Part 2 is still going to be a sequel starring Robert Pattinson, and it will be disconnected from the main DCU, similar to the Joker films.
Again, that's just weird to me. Yeah, it's going to be part of the Elseworld stuff. That's just weird to me. Because it's like, why would you keep having these we don't need two different Batmans. Like, you should have just kept him. You should have just had the sequel be what it needs to be. And then after that, if you want to do a time skip, sure. But at least have this movie set things up.
Let's see what else they say. They say DC already has a number of films coming out this year, including Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which we have a trailer for that we're going to watch here soon. The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom that appear to have a subtle connection to the new DCU. So maybe we get some connection there. James Gunn said that The Flash will reset the entire DC universe, and then Blue Beetle and the Aquaman sequel will then lead into the new slate of projects.
Remember, I mentioned that's what could happen. The Flash movie could, like, I was like, the only reason why it makes sense for it to come out is if Flash was to reset everything.
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
so
you did say
that's
that.
the only way that makes sense.
And you were saying that's the reason that they were still pushing it so hard and they were refusing to quit the movie, despite everything that Ezra Miller has done to get this movie canceled. It's like he was working hard to get it canceled.
It seems like it.
And yet they were just refusing to take it off the roster. And yeah, you were like, well, obviously it has a huge impact and could reset the whole thing. And looks like you're going to be correct there. Rob's in the house. What's up, Rob? Rob says that Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly would be perfect for Booster and Beetle about 10 years ago. Oh, shoot. Yeah, John C. Reilly as Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle, and Will Ferrell as Booster Gold. I can see that happening. He's even got like the Jufro going on. That would be perfect for Booster Gold.
Facts.
Hell yeah. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who they're going to do now, but I hopefully it's good because, like I said, Booster Gold could low-key be like the one that I'm most excited about.
Yeah, same. And the Swamp Thing, too, because
Swamp Thing.
I'm a big fan of Swamp Thing. Like, he's extremely, like, God knows he's extremely powerful. Mm-hmm. And, like, definitely if they do, like, a legit horror thing to it and, like, make it, like it got to be, like, rated R, basically. And they can have real fun with that. And that can be legitly good. And it'll be such a different pace. It kind of be like what you really wanted, you know, Doctor Strange to kind of should have been, where that should have been more of like a horror, like really beat into that. Because I remember that's what they were saying when we first heard about it, that it was going to be something like that, and then obviously it wasn't.
Sure. And it tapered, yeah.
yeah, that this could be really fun. I'm really looking excited to those things. I'm with you. It's gonna be so much fun.
All right, and that leaves us to, we mentioned briefly, Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
Yeah.
We do have a trailer to go ahead and kick on. I have not seen it. I don't know if you have, Chris, but this is going to be my first time viewing this new trailer for Shazam Dose. This time it's personal. All right, let's go ahead and throw this on.
Let's do it.
We are at war. We will annihilate everything. Champions of this realm can do nothing to stop us.
You are very menacing. I just want you to know that.
A lot has changed in the last few years. The wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right, here's the situation.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
The daughters of Atlas are coming to hunt us.
Children stole the power of the gods. You ripped it from our father's core.
Okay, I feel like maybe I should be writing all this down.
Give us the powers, child.
Your world will not survive this. You want these powers? Come get them! Hey, Khaleesi!
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right,
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
we have one job to do. Save the world. Billy! Ready?
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
I can't do this. Take my powers back. You gave them to me, so you can take them back, right?
I spent millennia searching for a worthy champion. He knew exactly what must be done.
Billy, what are you doing? I have to do this.
We end this now.
Yeah, we do.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if I'm as excited for that one as like the first one was pretty dope.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree.
It just seems like,
But it wasn't a terrible trailer. It was okay.
yeah. Had a chuckle with the Khaleesi reference because of the dragon, but you know, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Vinyl Dragon says, strange unrelated story. I met Will Ferrell here locally. Him and the crew filming Talladega Nights. We're eating one night at Lawman's Soul Food restaurant. He was really nice. I've heard really good things, like that he's a very nice person. Also, I went to high school with someone who was an extra in that movie, so I remember when they were like filming and everything. Or he had like one line. He had something. He was, I feel like some delivery guy. I don't remember, but yeah, he went to my high school. So I remember when they were filming, and it was like a huge deal that they came to Charlotte because of the Speedway. We have like the big Speedway, and we have the NASCAR Hall of Fame, because apparently there's a Hall of Fame for NASCAR, but that's all located here in Charlotte. So yeah, that all happened. But yeah, I've heard really good things about like Will Ferrell not being a dick in real life.
Yeah, I have too. So
yeah.
that's good.
But yeah, Shazam 2, I don't know, whatever. I'm getting the same vibes as I did with the first one, and then I really ended up liking the first one. So maybe like I just keep my expectations super low. And
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Keep them low. Keep them low. Basically, don't have any, and then go.
I'm just gonna have no expectations. I'll wait to stream it, and then once I stream it, I'll be like, "Hey, you know what, Chris? That movie wasn't half bad." We're gonna be talking about it in like a year from now. I'll be like, "Oh, you know what? By the way, I finally saw Shazam 2. It's half bad."
Yeah, good.
Oh shit! We have Ant-Man 2 or Ant-Man 3. I'm sorry, Ant-Man 3 coming up next week.
Which is crazy.
Next week, baby. I'm excited. I think like Mario is coming out soon too. Isn't it coming out soon? Like in the next couple weeks?
Is that in February too?
Oh, let's see. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's in April.
Okay, good.
I feel like there is something else that's coming out this month, but I can't remember what it is. But I don't know. Whatever.
But no,
yes. I think we're there. We're out of our news and everything. I know Chris is feeling a little under the weather too, so we'll try to wrap it up under the hour this time around. But hit that like button for us. Subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate you. Smash and mash it. Oh, wait, one more comment from Final Dragon. He says, I was so mad they had a screening for Ant-Man locally about 2 weeks ago. I found out too late and the tickets were booked up. Ah, man, you could have told us.
Sucks.
You could have told us.
Yes.
All the things, everything. You could have said everything. Spilled the whole beans. But now you're just a loser like us. All right, we'll catch you next week, next Tuesday. We'll have all new exciting stuff to talk about. We'll catch you then. As always, stay villainous and
fuck the Fantastic